Good afternoon, student. Today we will discuss about chapter green and LEED. Before we start with green and LEED, I just let you know a few things about the LEED. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. That means it will include all of the design you save energy and you can do around environmental. So this is the program is new, and many architects, after they have the license, they also apply for this certificate, and they call that the LEED, L-E-E-D. And when you say the green building, it also have the meaning you need to design some building with around you use a lot of environment for you can design for the landscaping or on the roof, on the ground for the building, in front, the rear yard, something like that. So you can use a lot of the natural condition, and you can have for control the temperature inside from the building. So that's why you save the energy. In this chapter we will talk about that. Like I told you, LEED, L-E-E-D, it stands for Leadership Energy in Environmental Design. That is the set of rating system for design green building, home and neighborhood, for all of the building, the house, and the neighbor. The list was developed by U.S. Green Building Council. You can say USGBC. It stands for United States Green Building Council. LEED help for the building owner and operator to be environmentally responsible and use resource efficiently. So many LEED standards are offered and published, reviewed by US GBC member organized. They would member almost 20,000 right now. It's not like the Model Building Codes, International Building Code, IBC, only member of USGBC specify in-house committees, and they may add, subtract, edit the standard subject to interview review process. So it's not like International Building Codes, everyone can have the comments and send to the council or send to the board, and after that they will review with that one. They will discuss with all of the member, and they will set up the rules for International Building Codes. But this one for the LEED, they need the member inside in-house from the committees. They may add, subtract, or added something in the process. Remember before I show you the design from Singapore, I told you they use a lot of landscape around, and they didn't have a lot of area, so that's why they have many levels. And you can see that they design some of the walkway and the landscape between them. So if you walk on here, you can enjoy the view right here. And many level they do inside from the courtyard like this. So basically they use a lot of landscape, and they didn't have the big area. They use a lot of landscape inside, outside from the building, and they share together. So that's why you look the building very nice in design from the green. And you look on the left corner, this is one of design, same thing, many level, not really much area, so that's why a lot of level to use right here. And each of the level, they use the balcony or the outside one with the landscape. You can see that all of them have the landscape outside, and we sure that inside they didn't have enough space for the landscaping, so that's why they use outside one. Same thing with this one. This is one of the design. You can see that they use the interior between this building to another building, and they use the space between them. They design all of the landscape one for make sure that you feel cool area for this one. and the weather even outside is so hot, and when you go to between the building look like this, you feel very good weather, cooler for this area, because all of them they share with the space and the landscape. This one is another example, so you can see that beside of natural lighting they use for the class outside from the building and open space, and they have the landscape outside. So that's why the building you can see the green outside so much, and inside one they can save energy because a lot of opening and the glass on the top one. Same thing with this one, you can see that on of the building they use opening and they use the window by glass, and after that outside one they have the landscape with the fountain, so you can see the water will be coming up, and it's make the cooling area around this building. This one is one of design. If you look at this, you can see that it's a some kind of vacation home or some of resource center. But when you look at this, you see that beside of the natural view, look like the lake right here. And after that, both sides they can use very natural light, and the green, the landscape outside a lot. So even you see the building is not much, and around they have a lot of landscape around, and they make the weather and they make the temperature around here is so cool. So that's why they can share together with enjoy the view and reduce for energy cost. This is on in the restaurant, inside the restaurant. So now if you study about architecture, you will see that the interior design some kind they help to make increase the area from the building. For example, if you look at this one, and if you go through from here to the end, you can see that the area look like big like that. It's around, I guess it's around 30 feet wide, and after that straight like there, maybe 200 feet long. But if you see that with this area, that's the restaurant, they can do bigger, just look bigger by they do very high ceiling so high, and after that they open around with the glass window. So basically when you come into the restaurant, you stay right here, you look at the view and you look at the high ceiling, you feel look like it's so big area, but really it's not really big area. So that's why the interior design have the very important for looking the building. So this is the other one. If you look at very careful, they are use all of the natural material when they do the design for this one. And you look at the roof one is the bamboo, and after that the floor is the bamboo. So all of around is the natural material. That's one of the best point, for you can see that you inside from the natural building, and you feel very cool in this area. And the second one, if you can use a lot of the natural material, you can share or you can save money, because and the natural material is not expensive. Okay. So another example right here, this one I stopped by many years ago when I travel, and I think that it's a very old building, but it's very interesting. If you in here and you look down, you can see this one, the small this, you can call that the small river. It's so slow, not really deep, but it's very nice. When you look outside here, you look down and you can see the fresh air right here with the landscape around, different kind from the landscape, but it's so beautiful. If you look at this on of the stone and the rock both sides from the river. It makes you feel very natural with the water coming, and you feel look like the music. So that's why when you enjoy it right here, you feel that's very good and very close with natural, and it's a very good in the design one for the green list. This is one example. Something they have a spa, and you look at this. The sitting for the people stay right here, and if you come right here, you can use the spa right there, and on up the floor they do for the bamboo. So you think it's very good, and the top one for the ceiling they use for the wood. So that's why if you look around with the view, and after that you look inside the material like natural one, and just make you feel that's very close with the natural. The first one, the second one, it can save the cost, and the last one is it can reduce energy to use it. It's the same thing, and they have the solar outside to support for the building. So now, oops, I need to go this one, something. Okay, so basically so in-house, some the committees from the LEED, they have the right to add, to subtract, to edit some of the process from that's why. And they also had the public for hearing, and multi times a year from 1994 until 2006. LEED crew from one standard to the new construction to the system that's a standard cover on of expect from developments and construction process. Right now, let's also have grown from 6 volunteers on one committee to more than 200 volunteers for nearly 20 committees and nearly 150 professional staff. LEED also have more than 7,000 projects in the US and 30 other countries. They cover more than 1.5 billion square feet, the project. This is one of example about the LEED design. They share. They have the window, the open window, and they share the natural lights coming and outside with the landscape one. So that's why this one have one of the example for the LEED. I just remind you that in US we have 4 states, include from Alabama, Georgia, Maine, and Mississippi. They have abandoned the use from the LEED in the new public buildings. So that's why the standard they not use that, and they not agree for the LEED inside from the building. Another one, Green Building Certification Institute, GBCI, they offer various accreditation to the people who demonstrate for the knowledge of the LEED rating system, including LEED Accredited Professional, LEED, and after that the LEED Green Association 2011, the LEED Fellows, the highest designation for LEED Professional, and GBCI also certified. So in the quiz number 2, I will ask some of fill in the blank about this work, and after that I also can ask you the multiple choice for 4 states they banned to you for the LEED in the public area. This is one of the federal buildings to design outside one with the landscape look like this. So I usually have asked the question exactly, it's very good design for the outside one like that for the high building, and a lot of students say yes and few students say no. That means yes or no about the design like this is good benefit or not really good. With me it depends. You look at this, that the people right here, and this is a very high building. You do like that, you can save money, you can save energy. However, if you look at this, you need take care For example, this one you need time to take care for this one, maybe a couple time a month, or you need watering from the top down, or some way you can do that. But it depends on the state you design for this one, and if it's a work for can save energy more than the labor to take care of that, and you have choice that's one. This is another design. You see that's the panel right here. They use the solar system to submit for the building here, and this is the structure building. This is another the green design. Lots of the landscape outside the building over there, and they go up here with the foundation, the fountain, and you can see that it's make the area around feel very cool. So now about the LEED again, we have the rating for the LEED, and they have many volume. To talk about that, start from 1998, after that 2005, 2009, and right now 2016. So they have new projects registered from that one, and the year for the LEED volume number 4. So if you have a lot of volume, and the latest one is 2016 for the LEED. Inside from the LEED, they have many sections, and each of them they will let you know about the green building design for construction, for interior, for operating, maintenance, or from the neighborhood development. So they have many sections, and after that they have the special for each of them. For example, LEED for new construction, LEED for the core of the shell, LEED for the school and retail and the healthcare. So each of them they have very detailed for each of the chapter. So if the people have the license on the list, they use this one like the guideline when they design something for that one. The green home design and construction. Like I told you, LEED certification process and apply for the LEED credits. After that, they use for the volume before the design. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for volume for that one. And also they have Environmental Protect Agency for the lab 21. So on up the meeting or from US GBC, they have for the building developed for LEED user. So if you want to get a certificate for the LEED, you need many steps. The step 1, you need to finish for bachelor degree for architecture, and you know that you need to take like 5 years for bachelor degree on architecture. After that, you need to, if you like, you can go to the master, 1 to 5 years. It depends on you get full-time or part-time, and you can be the doctor from architecture if you like, more couple years. Step 2, you need to complete an internship graduation from architecture program. Like before we talk about the licensed architect, after you graduate from 5-year program for architecture bachelor degree, you need a couple years to work in professional, at least 3 years. And after that, that minimum. And after that, you can go with work and you apply for the exam. Usually, some people they have totally 5,600 hour experience. Projects look like management, practice management, pre-design or redesign. That means on of the professional work before you apply for the credits on LEED one. Step 3, you need to take the exam, and step 4, you need to get the license, begin working. After that one, I have more example for you can see the LEED design. This one is very interesting on Taiwan, and the 2 building it look like trees together, look like DNA, and this one very normal. You can see a lot in California. This one is one project in Vietnam, and you look at this, it is the business center, and it's up the, they look like the chest, so that guy they call that the chest for business center. And you look like the box, and inside them they have the landscape in there for make all of the building look like the green building. This is Bali Green School, and you can see that's a lot of material they use for natural, and even they create the project close with the natural, and after that you the material very simple, so the design is very cool. This is another example in very interesting, and this one I just share with you look like the one to see some interesting project, and I share with you. It's not mainly this one really about concern with the green and the LEED design. This one is one of the religions temple, I guess, because I look at the roof and you can see that they create in the mountain, and on of them is you know, it's very hard rock stone, and they do like this, very interesting. Okay, so in the list one, go back a little bit more. After you become licensed architects, you can need to use for 3 years, and after that take the exam for the release, and after that you need to work in on there. With the lead architects, they usually list show employer to refer for the lead architects, and to have minimum 7 years of experience if you want to do that job in with the lead design. This is another example in Italy, similar with the one we see on Vietnam and the other projects. They share together with many levels, and after that they design a little bit similar for on of the level. They use a lot of landscape in there. Same thing with this example, so you can see the interior design, they use a lot of the green for make sure the house is more natural. Now number 5, for step 5 from the LEED certificate, that means you need to consider for obtaining for a certification. Many architects, they obtain the optional certification from NCARB. And NCARB, you remember, this is National Council Architecture Registration Board, that they have to do like 33% from all licensed architects they have from 2011. They have certified for the LEED design. To be eligible for certification, candidate typically must have received a professional degree that I told you before, architecture program, and they have internship training and pass with ARA. That's the qualified condition for you can apply for the LEED design. One example, so you can see this is Environment Center from Milwaukee, and this is Winsor, and you see that this is the center, and you can see the building here. They use solar panel, and after that they use all up around is natural. They planting landscape and everything look like natural. Now if you look at this, nothing you can see they take care about the gardens, look like professional one, but they do all of them look like the natural for the student. Okay, so I think that's all for the green LEED design today, and I think this is the last one, not the last one for the semester, but this is the last one for cover in quiz number 2. Like I announced with you that quiz number 2 is a 2 more weeks. It's on October 13th, and it's something, it means similar with the quiz number 1, just longer. I give more questions for each of them, so I also tell you about the extra credits I posted on for coloring 10 points, and after that plumbing fixture 10 points. If you have any question about the credits, extra credit for quiz number 2, let me know. Sorry. And save, and look like last time I gave you the credits. After I give you 20 credits for that one will be asked on quiz number 2. I also will create one problem inside from the quiz. So that's why if on example you can solve that and in the quiz it's no problem with you. I just change some number. The rest of them is similar with the way I explained on Happylife-truelife. So basically, if you look at example on plumbing fixture I can play, and I show on Happylife-truelife, you practice with that. I remember I have 3 examples inside there. You can practice with that, go over review, and after that ask question with me on Pronto, and I will answer for you, or I have you to solve that problem until you are familiar with that and you're ready to go with the quiz 1 and you're confident to solve the project to get 10 points. So thank you so much for watching and see you next time.